Hi, welcome along to the video of our Movano camper conversion. Just going to take you for a whistle-stop tour of the van itself. Start with the outside. We'll head into the cab because we re-upholstered all the seats so they're looking tidy, and then head into the back and show you all the little bits and bobs that we've done. So, side ladder, it's got nice textured grippers on it, allow you to get up without slipping. Up to the deck, and I'm sure you've read these are UK homegrown timbers. So they haven't had any tannalising treatment on them, but they've been treated in the Japanese method of burning them, brushing it back and then oiling them, a process called sugiban. I've got 200-watt solar panels up the front. They sit flush with the deck, and so if you're mounting bikes or canoes on top, you've got much less risk of cracking them or crushing them. And you can also mount through the centre there. If I just come up, you can see that you've got the skylight that fits up through the two solar panels. And then up the back here, you can see these hinges. These basically give you two little bench seats. I'll just tilt this, the framework is on strong magnets. Just houses in there. And it gives you a lovely little angled seat to sit on of an evening, and they're both really comfy. We've got the angle just bang on those. And as my wife said, you can hand up a glass of wine out the skylight and kick back on the back of the platform here. That's the plan. This van has got two sliding doors, one on both sides, and with this one we decided it would actually be perfect to hide all of the ins and outs of the fridge. You can get to the electrics, get to the gas system. You've got your secure gas locker here, and then also that's the infill for the hot water. And so you've got an insulated tank behind here, and you would simply fill up with the hose, and that gives you 17 litres. You can see how the level indication here, and this hose is basically the overflow. So if you leave your hose pipe running, you're not going to flood your van. That's the overflow. So that basically means that when you're in the kitchen area, you don't get to see any of, you don't open a cupboard door and see a gas bottle. You just have nice kitchen cupboards. We left the garage as open as possible. We didn't want to clutter that up, so you can fit mountain bikes, etc. in there. That's the water tank. That takes your cold water, and again with an overflow pipe just in case you leave your hose pipe running, and that is filled from the outside through a little black vent there. These are the curtains. So all of these curtains that we've had made are thermal blackout curtains, and just on leather straps, so they undo there, and there are little magnets, and so they roll right up to the ceiling, and so you're actually closing off and insulating that area at night. Let's go around the front before we show you the bed area. I just want to show you how clean the cab is. These seats were newly upholstered. It's actually Golf GTI tartan to be technical, but they look fantastic. We left the sides, so we've replaced the face fabric. These sides are actually a proper nice hard wearing vinyl. That's just the job anyway, anyone with dogs and whatnot. All the sides can be wiped down. Beautiful clean van. I mean, there really is nothing wrong with it in terms of how it's done out. Popped your reversing camera in, so that's there. That's forward and rear facing camera, so it's got all sorts of little settings on it. It's even got a vibration alert, so I think if you park the van up and it gets knocked, it turns the camera on and starts recording. It looks a gorgeous day on camera, but it's freezing. So here's the inside of the van. I'll just take a step back. We want to preserve as much of the space as possible. We don't like having a cramped galley coming across the doorway. It really does just take away your space, and if you're getting out of wet clothes or you've got dogs, having the space is just essential. So, in terms of storage, you have got under here, we've got little toggle clasps, so that keeps them stowed away during driving. they're push to open, and you've got a deep, large amount of storage there. Get it focusing in. It's got one that side, and then this one's actually even deeper. So you can really fit an absolute stack of stuff in there very, very comfortably. And then also, exactly the same little catches up here. This one you can fold back to stay out of the way for when you're not driving and parked up for a while, and you've got plenty of storage in there as well. So that's your main bulk of the storage. That's where all your clothes and travelling essentials will go. Up to the bed area. So we've got little reading lights both sides. They've actually got a USB socket as well, so to power all your tablets and phones and charge them overnight. They're exactly in the right place. And then these panels here, both top and bottom. So you've got one behind the head area and the bed. These are absolutely fantastic. Really beautiful cork. They use the fine tips of the cork trees, and they give this chocolate brown colour as opposed to the much lighter normal cork bark. They're sourced from Pure Tree Cork down in Exeter, and you can hop on their website to read about why we should be using cork in terms of environmental impact. It's a fantastic sustainable resource, and one we're really passionate to use as much as possible. Into the shower room. So this is all fiberglass, so there's no seams or joins in any of the panels, because under vibration I just worry that these shower panels with the silicone join will just wear free. We built in little retaining lugs to hold the loo in place, but obviously it is a cassette loo, and so you can just pick it up and take it out. Very, very easy to dispose of. And then also in here we've got a heating vent, and so that coupled with the bracket up the top here mean that you can have this as a drying room. You can hang up wetsuits and whatnot. Light LED light there, and the extractor fan there. So actually, by the time you pull down the waterproof roller blind, which I'll just step back and show you properly, it means you've turned it into a drying room. Now, onto where we stored our table, because we don't like to have a table that's in the boot that you have to go and fetch. I really wanted it to be made integral to the van, and so this slides out, and it's got a table both sides. So you've got the bench seat over here, and you simply pull up your table. I'll show this better in a second. Let's get it up. Okay, so you simply pull out these little brackets from underneath, and you create yourself a nice little table. And then to sit this side, this is actually a bench seat here. I'm sure you've seen in the photos, but it is as simple as undo the strap and let it fold down, and it catches itself here. And that I've had 18 stone people sat on, and it is solid. So this gives you a nice amount of seating, actually. 2 people very, very comfortably, or 3 with 2 people sat that side. These little cupboards, these are all cupboard spaces, so you've got storage in here. This one's got a little removable shelf, and then same in here, decent amount of storage. Again, I've got a shelf to go in that one. This is a little pocket shelf, store little odds and sods in there. And this is the only one that isn't a cupboard. That's your electrics. So you've got the heating, solar charging, and then your power management systems that controls the water pumps and the leisure batteries, etc. So you can see how they're getting charged. Vitrifrigo fridge, so exactly the same as the Dometic, very, very similar products. And a heating vent down on the skirting board here. And then this is your hot water system. It's a bit complex to explain at the minute, but basically, where's my thing gone? This one understands what temperature the outside or the water currently sits at. Once that hits a certain temperature, which you've preset, it sets off the other one, and that circulates the hot water through the heat exchanger, heating it up to whatever temperature you've set. This is your water tank indicator for your cold water, so you can check how your level. And then this lever here, you pull it to basically set the air going through the heat exchanger and therefore heating up the hot water. So hopefully it's all fairly straightforward. The van will obviously come with a manual to explain it all. This is a Thetford spin flow hob, and I love it because it's jet black. I think it looks much smarter than the stainless steel SMEV versions. And then two decent sized cupboards up top as well. So in there, sorry it's not showing up particularly well on the video. In terms of the cladding in here, this is again Sugi timber, so it's been burnt and charred, and then a paint finish that's been rubbed back on top. It really does make it look nice and light and bright. And then this is a beautiful piece of Sugi timber, the same timber that's up on the deck board, so it matches. And these are touch LED lighting, so you just give them a tap to turn them on. Last but not least is the hatch. So this allows you to be able to jump through from front to back, which I think is essential in any adventure van. And you pull the lever on the seat, pop it forwards, and you've got your hatch to go straight through. I just want to show you one last thing in terms of the curtains. I've just shut the side door there. These curtains, every single one of them has got magnets sewn in, so as they drop down they just simply magnet to the frame, keeping them in place. Just pop those up there. So you can see, just creates a really nice blackout curtain. And so you've got one on the hatch here, so that just pulls down, gives you complete privacy in the back. And then through to the bed area, they go right top to bottom and magnet onto the top of the frame, creating a proper cut-off little bed area. I think that's it. Thank you very much for looking. I really hope you fall in love with the van. We've put a lot of love and care into making it. And yeah, hope to hear from you all soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.